All right, y'all, we back once again, man. It's going to be a great show for you guys, man. It's the NBA show. We're going to talk about the strong bench lineups for the Golden State Warriors. I think they're ready to make another little championship run, man. These guys are looking good. Hey, many people are seeing that the Golden State Warriors were pretty trash when Stephen Curry was on the Oak. Yeah, man, and it makes them fearful. So they decided to test that claim. Let's talk about it, baby. Hey, based on these bench lineups, when Klay and Wiseman return, I'm far more excited and have much more faith in them. But I'm not sure what he's talking about. Given a drastic changes from the roster from last year to this year and an all-around improvement in terms of shooting, experience, defense, and passing. Yeah, this kid right here, woo, Jordan Poole. Remember the name, man. Jordan Poole is 22 years old already, and he's putting the league on notice. And he did that in his first preseason game, man. He's looking amazing, man. He scored 30 points in 22 minutes, 7-13 from the three-point line, knocking down shots from all over the court. He made it look easy as hell, too. Hey, throughout the 2021 NBA season, Poole showed that he was talented off the ball and he could be a threat. And he can navigate through screens and make people pay, especially you lazy-ass opponents. And with the ball, Poole began to show his flashes of craftiness as a dribbler. And the many details in his footwork made him a deadly scorer, you know what I'm saying? Even without elite speed or athleticism. But he is pretty shifty though, man. Next, we got our boy, JTA Juan Anderson. The allure of Juan Anderson amongst Warriors fans may seem odd, especially from an outside perspective. While he profiles as a prototypical wing at 6'6", and a 16 wingspan, nothing else exceedingly remarkable about his natural talents though. Athletic but not transcendently so. Speedy but far from the 0 to 60 or 0 to 100, you dig what I'm saying? But he's strong and robust, but he's not a freight train powerful player like that. But he can get it done, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of one of those sleeper type players, you know? We're gonna talk about it some more. Let's take a look at the advanced defensive measures. 538 defensive Raptors, plus 2.2. B-ball index defense, Bron, plus 1.76, and basketball references at BPM plus 2.2, and dunks and threes defensive EPM at plus 1.5. All rated him a plus defender, so hey, that's not bad, B. Juan Anderson is both fundamentally sound as a stopper, and he's pretty tough on the defensive end, I have to admit. He touts knowledge of basic defensive principles, and he has knowledge and understanding of how to be schematically disciplined. Ooh. And once again, he's not afraid to go toe-to-toe for anybody in the fight. He got it from the mud and he's ready to get it in, man. He's a scrapper, baby. And he's capable of switching on multiple positions, keeping up with some of the most crafty creators on the perimeter while holding his own against bigger players down in the low post. He flashes good use of his feet and rarely gets them crossed up. And you combine that with hip fluidity, yeah, man, it allows him to open his stance seamlessly. And with lineups with him, Draymond Green, yeah, it's going to be huge. And while on the floor together, they posted a defensive rating of 108. A number that could be equivalent to the 5th best defensive during the regular season. And with lineups with Curry, Green, and that boy Juan Anderson, they outscored opponents by 14 points per 100 possessions. And this is a nice testament to show you why he fits so well with the Warriors ethos. And next, man, we've been talking a lot about this guy, man. We're really looking forward to seeing how he pretty much shapes up this year. We got James Wiseman. He will be looking to improve upon a mediocre rookie year. Let's call it what it is. The second pick in the draft showed flashes of great potential last season though, but he still has plenty of areas he has to improve upon. In 39 games last year, that boy averaged 11 points, 5 rebounds, almost 6 rebounds per game. That's not bad at all. And James Wiseman always put effort when he's on the basketball court. That's why I like him. He plays harder and stronger than he actually is. And the boy James Wiseman, yeah, he definitely has that mindset. Standing at 7 foot, 240 pounds, yeah, that can help a little bit too. So if he can develop a nice little mid-range jump shot or potentially extend out to the three-point line, he will be lethal. He's a great screen setter and he finishes well at the rim. So he can fit in well with the Warriors with what he do and what he brings to the court. And I'm sure he will improve this season. Yeah, man, he has roadblocks, but hey, who doesn't? And his health is going to be key. We already know. And next we got our boy Nemanja Bjelica. Steve Kerr dished on their unsung signing that he could be a game changer in the Warriors offense. Bjelica, let's go. Brushing that nearmost space snub aside, Steve Kerr has definitely been right throughout the years. The Warriors have always been great with their small ball lineups, playing Draymond Green or even smaller at times on the wing or the 5. Bjelica is a legitimate 6'10", nice little body. He has nice size and shooting ability. He's going to give the Warriors a nice little look this year, man. He's going to give them different looks as well. Spreading that floor is going to be huge. Mo Speights eventually developed the outside shot, but it came after he left the Golden State Warriors. Mo Speights never attempted one per game for the Golden State Warriors, but after that, man, he nearly shot 4 a game, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, Bjelica is a big that's going to be able to stretch the floor. He can shoot the ball pretty well from outside, baby. Hey, and on top of that, he has big game experience, being named the EuroLeague MVP before joining the NBA. Yeah, it's a lot of competition over there as well. So I had to include him on the list. As far as what the Golden State Warriors needed in the front court, as far as depth and shooting, and the former king is ready to make that fit in both areas. And he was a much better than 40% shooter from downtown. For 3 consecutive seasons between 2017 and 2020, he developed into a terrific passer, and he was a decent little defender. Hey, with all versatile attributes to be perfect as a Warriors big man. So mark my words, Nemanja Bjelica will provide much needed shooting under Steve Kerr's system. You'll see. And next we got Avery Bradley. Yeah, Bradley is a streaky shooter. During his career, he shot the ball at 36% from downtown, and he shot the ball at 40% in deep one time over his career. During the 2019-2020 NBA season, Bradley shot 40% from deep on wide open shot attempts. And last season, the Warriors struggled to find consistent shooting from the backup point guard spot, so this is going to be huge. Moreover, man, hey, he made all defensive team twice in his career. His defense is what most people love about him. During the 2020 season with the Los Angeles Lakers, he held it down, man. And he held guards to 40% from the field and 27% from downtown. Impressive once again. Defense is more of a science than a stat, though. Bradley won't ever lead the NBA in steals, but he is consistently, constantly in your face. And anyone who plays basketball understands that these are the most challenging players to score against in the game. These guys are not dirty players, but they're really hard to shake free. And that's who Bradley's been throughout the duration of his career. Not the most outstanding offensive player in the world, but you know where he at on offense as well. You got to respect him. While defensively, he's a silent menace. Many guards have had problems trying to score on this guy. He's in your ass, baby. Pause. And next we got Otto Porter Jr. This boy, yeah, he's a nice little shooter when healthy, and he's one of the best 3-and-D players in the league. And he's a knockdown shooter, creating much space on the floor. He is a career 47% shooter, which would slide him right beside Klay and Stephen Curry as the only player to at least average 40% on threes for their career. And that boy Porter can guard multiple positions effectively. He can switch all over the floor, which will be huge for the Golden State Warriors defense as well. He's a great communicator as well. He doesn't post pop off the screen numbers, but he does all of those role-specific things that'll help the team win, and he's always a net plus. And we all know that defense wins. In 2015, he had his best defensive year with one DWS defensive rating of 103 and a positive DBPM. And in 6 years, he contributes positively on every single team that he's on, man. And next, we got AI, the old man. Yeah, he's back in town. Andre Iguodala. The Warriors brought back the veteran. Andre Iguodala brought him back to the Bay. And the Warrior fans are very excited to see their boy back in town. He's huge. In 2015, the Finals MVP, Andre Iguodala, who's now a veteran, who can help the team immediately while their young players are still getting their feet wet. And he fits into the Warriors' culture of unselfish offense and stingy defense. Someone who will mesh well with the proven core, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and who else, Klay Thompson, when he gets back. So let us not forget, and we all know that he's getting older, but AI is taking excellent care of his body over the years. And he has a Professor X type EQ. He's on a high level. His defensive chops are still elite, and he has nice little hands to strip the ball and get to the other end of the floor and create fast breaks. His passing is still brilliant, and he has a voice that commands respect, both in the locker room and on the court.